Mike. I'm responding to your video about communication. Um, and you had said in your video how when social media was first starting, how you were an overuser, that you were very deep into, all the different social outlets like Twitter and Facebook and all of that, YouTube. And I think from that experience, how you were able to, I think, turn away from it and become more in person is kind of what's going on now. Kind of relating this back to what you said further on in your video, where in 2020, where we're now forced to not have human contact and human communication, and we have to use the internet or social platforms like even Zoom to communicate with one another. And I think you're 100% correct in saying that we don't know what we have until it's gone. In my schooling and doing like clinical rotations right now, I'm dealing with patients that are, going through cancer treatments. And in one of my experiences, actually a patient kind of broke down and was saying how much like 2020 has put a lot of fear into people and fear of other people, and how much she just misses having a hug from like her grandkids, or a hug from a stranger, or like even from us, because unfortunately that's something we can't do, right? And so I think it's even harder for other people where they're struggling, they're at their hardest, and they're battling something like cancer, and they can't even reach out to have human connection. I'm like you, I also do prefer in-person communication and human interaction over the computer. So I guess right now 2020 has been really hard on me, and probably has been hard on you. And towards the end of your video, you were saying one of the distractions about the internet and social media is just the constant notifications that keep happening. And I do think that by stopping those notifications, or even, unplugging, is a great way to slowly wean yourself off of the internet. Actually, with my friends or even my family, we have a rule where when you come down to dinner or you're eating dinner, the phones cannot be at the table. So in that moment, you're with whoever you're with at the table, and it forces you to have conversations. And, for those who are not, people who are visiting and are not used to that, it's a little weird for them, but then they see how great it is. So maybe try that and see how it might be with your family. Well, I look forward to more of your other posts. See you around. Have a great weekend.